So welcome to stretch. Stretch for all ages. You will need a chair because we're going to be doing some standing stretches and some floor stretches. I'm going to introduce you to Dot. Dot started learning yoga in her 80s and she is now 93 and has continued her yoga practice for all those years. So we can see that yoga is beneficial at any age at all. So you can start in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. So welcome. We're going to have our first hip opening practice. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and you can sit on a cushion. You're going to have a nice straight spine, and if you have back issues, you'll keep that spine nice and straight. If you have no back issues or no sciatica or pain, then we'll round the back and we'll roll into our first posture. You may want to hold on to the feet if they're close to you, just bowing the head. And in yoga, we work with the breath, and this is a great posture to be aware of your breath, so taking it into a very tiny mini meditation. So first of all, bring your awareness to your inhales and your exhales. You breathe through the nostrils, mouth is closed, you're inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to do 5 more breaths in this posture. Nice slow inhale, nice long exhale. And as you become aware of your breath, you'll notice that as you inhale, the body opens up a little bit, and as you exhale, you go deeper into your postures. So 2 more breaths. And then slowly we'll rise, nice and slow, and we'll bring those knees together and we'll have nice long legs. So the back is straight, and I want you to really be aware of not hunching forward. We want to have a nice straight back, drop the shoulders down away from the ears, draw the toes in towards you, good. And we're going to take hold of that right leg, draw it into the chest, hip flexion, and then lengthen. Hip flexion, lengthen. So keep flowing, working into the hamstrings, working into the quadriceps, mobilizing the knee joints. You may want to stop now halfway, or you may want to continue. Nice, easy breathing. The spine is straight, it's not rounding. This is the last 2. And then we release. So we pick up the other leg, and we draw it in, and we lengthen. And we focus on our breath at the same time, inhaling and exhaling. Nice, easy breathing. Easy breathing. Exhaling, drawing in, inhale, lengthening. Coming up to the last 2. This is the last one, and then we release. So again, straight back, toes are flexed, not pointed. And we're going to, Dot's going to stay where she is. I'm just going to turn around. We're going to have a little back bend. We're going to bring the fingertips pointing to your buttocks. Draw the shoulders together. I'm going to lift up the chest. Lift up the gaze. Don't throw your head back. We're just having a little gentle back bend here. And then we'll come back to our neutral position. We're going to roll over and we're going to come into all 4s. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And we're going to do this cat-cow. So it's a little bit of a flow. So your knees and hips stay in the same line, your arms are strong and straight. As you lift up your head to gaze upwards, lift up the buttocks as well. We now have a back bend. And then on the exhale, we'll bow the head and stretch the back out. So really stretch that back out. And here's the flow. We gaze up, the buttocks go up. We exhale, we bow the head and we stretch the back. We gaze up and the buttocks go up. And we exhale round the back. Let's do one more. Inhale. This is one of the best exercises for your spine. Exhale, rounding. And then we come back to neutral. We're going to bring the buttocks down to the heels. The arms are nice and long. And we have our child posture. Now from here, I'm hoping that you may have a yoga mat. So be careful if you haven't got a yoga mat and you may slip. We're just going to come up to a standing posture. Now we're going to attempt to come up through downward facing dog. So the arms are really long and stretched. So you have a really strong stretch in the armpits. We're going to come up onto the knees as we've just been there. We're going to tuck those toes. Make sure you're not going to slip. Lift up and hips come back and heels come back. Let's see a nice downward facing dog. And then from here we'll just take a little short walk forward, bending the knees, engage the core, inhale all the way up and exhale back to your heart center. So good work, guys. So now we're just going to do some nice stretches while we're standing. We'll have the feet together and we're going to interlock the fingers above us. So just interlock the fingers above us, straight arms, take an inhale, and we're going to exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the center and exhale over to the left. Inhale to the center, exhale to the right. Inhale to the center and exhale. Then inhale back to the center. Bring the hands down by the side of the body. Separate your feet underneath your hips. Taking your right arm all the way up. And the other hand onto the thigh and we stretch. So moving into the hip a little bit more as well as the lateral. And then we'll just change sides all the way up and stretch again. Inhale up, and just finding those nice fluid movements, stretching, nice easy breathing. And then we're going to finish on the right. And then back to your standing position. You're going to bring the hands to the shoulders. Just draw the elbows together and just have a nice workout into the shoulders standing. Nice easy breathing. And then we'll reverse that movement. Think about your tummy, draw your tummy in. And then we release the arms down. Working into the strength of the arms, so arms out and long. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, spread the fingers, draw the navel towards the spine. Have a little squeeze of those buttocks as well. Just really feel some strength in the body. Just a couple of breaths here. Turn the palms up to the ceiling and exhale them down. Turn the palms up to the ceiling and exhale them down. One more. Turn the palms up to the ceiling and exhale them down. And then release down. Hands down by the side of your hips, and then we're going to take an upward salute, tiny lift up to the gaze, to the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. And one more, inhale, lift, and exhale down. For those who want to challenge themselves with balance as we go through life, we tend to lose our balance a little bit. So we want to just come onto the tippy toes first of all and release. Tippy toes and release. Tippy toes and release. Tippy toes and release. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms out again. Nice strong arms, soften the shoulders. We're going to take the left foot onto the mat. And then if we want, we're going to lift it up. Flexing the foot, just A little bit of a challenge. You can stay on the mat. You can lift up, making that standing leg strong. One more breath. And release. You can hold onto a chair if you want to. Inhale, lift. Take an exhale, soften. Toe can stay on the mat as well. And then we lift up. Nice easy breathing. And then release. So you forget that you've been working your arms as well. You're going to lift up the arms again, rising up. Exhale down. Rising up. Exhale down. Rising up. And exhale down. I think it's time for a hug. So long arms in front. Let's give ourselves a nice comforting hug. Long arms in front. And give another hug. So we leave the shoulders there. And we're going to come to our chair. So finding your chair. You have the back of the chair. And you want to have it a little bit of distance away from you. So maybe a little tiny bit of a bent arm. And bring your hand to the opposite hip. And then we're just going to lift that leg up. So we've got some nice lateral stretches. 1, 2, flex the foot. 3, 4, 5. You can stop here. We're doing 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release. Turn around. And unhip, straight back. 1, 2, 3. Keep it slow. 4, 5. You can stop here if you want to. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take both hands onto the chair. You want to be a little bit of a distance away from the chair. Take one foot closer, left foot closer, the right foot closer, and take the back foot behind you. So you're going to feel this nice glute working. Then you're going to bring it back and stretch it out. Bring it back and stretch it out. 3, 4, squeeze the glute. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring it back. And then the opposite leg. 1, 2. Can you feel those glutes? I can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Holding onto the back of the chair. We're going to go to those tippy toes again. So you've got the support of the chair now. So inhale, lift. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep squeezing the glutes. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Okay, let's go for that balance one again. So facing forward with the hand on the chair. We're going to bring the opposite knee in. And now we've got the support of the chair. We can draw that knee in. Nice easy breathing. And then change sides, so turn around and draw the knee in with the support of the chair. And then release. So options, you may want to do a few bit more toe ones. We're just going to bring one foot behind us, have the support of the chair. It may happen, it may not. You may get some cramping, and then you can lean forward and get a good quad stretch if you want to. And then come back. You okay, Dot?
Yeah.
And then grabbing hold of the foot and lean forward, have a good quad stretch. And then release. Good work. Okay, back to the center. So great posture. You can do this posture when you're waiting for the kettle to boil or anything. It's going to work every muscle, every joint, all your internal organs. It's known as Utkatasana in yoga. It's also known as fierce posture. So back issues, your arms stay here, and we just sit. So squatting is really good for us. Just a couple more breaths. And then we rise all the way up. No back issues. You're going to take the arms up. So I'm just going to come onto the side. I'm going to take a seat. So it's a zigzag position. Nice. Chest is rising. Tail is releasing to the earth. 3 more breaths. Now you know why it's called fierce posture. Kettle's nearly boiled. And then inhale, lift up. And exhale down. Good work. We're going to come back onto the floor for the final stretches. So just walking a little bit further forward. We're going to come into a downward facing dog if you want to, but inhale the arms all the way up. Bend the knees. We're going to come seated on the mat. So if you don't want to do this, that's fine. Right leg back, left leg back, down dog. And then knees on the mat. And we're going to come into a seated position. So quite a lot of stretching going on there. We're just going to work into the core a little bit, some nice stretching and twisting in the core area. We're going to open the legs nice and wide. I'm going to have the hands in between the thighs and lengthen and straighten the back. Back issues, you're staying here, guys. And you're going to just draw the toes in, working into the hamstrings. Hamstring issues, you'll need to bend your knees. You'll certainly need to bend them a lot. Or you can put props underneath your knees. No hamstring issues, we're stretching forward. Take an inhale and exhale, take a bow. No back issues, you're coming forward. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Couple more breaths, focusing on the breath now. And then slowly we're rising all the way back up again. It's going to take a little bit of a twist in this forward bend. Now twists and forward bends are quite intense on your spine, so listen to your bodies. Going to inhale, lengthen up. And on the exhale, twist to the right. Take an inhale here and exhale, just bow. Nice, easy breathing. So there's no real destination, it's just our destination where we want to come. No real destination. Nice, easy breathing. And then slowly we'll rise. And we'll lengthen again, take an inhale. On the exhale, we'll twist in the opposite direction. Take an inhale and exhale, let's take the bow. And again, there's no destination. We can have straight backs if we've got back issues. We can draw the chest down, and we can bow as well. And then slowly we'll rise all the way up. And we're just going to pick up the knees, draw the legs together, have nice long legs. So we're going to twist to the side so you know what we're doing. So we're both going to twist to the side. And so you can see dots. I'm just going to pick up that right knee and take that foot across the left. And I'm going to draw on that knee at the front and lengthen through the spine. So drawing on a foot flat on the mat. That's it. And then lengthen by drawing on the knee. Okay? So feel a nice straight spine, gazes forward. And then taking hold of that knee with your left hand, bring the other hand behind you. Lengthen again, really lengthen. And then on the exhale, twist to your right. Good. Nice long, deep inhale, lengthen again. And twist to your right. Put it flat on the mat. Let the hands in place. And then slowly come back to the center. Nice long legs. The left leg comes over. And we draw in towards the knees so we can have a nice straight spine. Toes are pointing to the ceiling. And then we'll take that back hand behind us, lengthen again through the spine, and on the exhale we'll twist. Nice easy breathing. And slowly come back to the center. We're just going to lay down on our mats now. Lay down on the mats. Knees into the chest. Have your little rock and roll. And whatever you have done today, whatever you have stretched, even if you've stopped and started the video, you have done some stretching. So give yourself a nice little pat on the back. And then feet flat onto the mat. And you can leave your feet here if it feels more appropriate for you today, or you can stretch your legs nice and long and turn the palms to the ceiling, and we can soften and just enjoy a short relaxation. Now, stretching is vital to our well-being. So we need to stretch every single day. And sometimes just by popping your tea bags on a higher shelf, you can stretch anywhere, anytime, anywhere you can stretch. Just bring your awareness to your body and stretch. There's no right or wrong stretch. They're all good for you. Just be careful of any forward bends if you've got back issues. Stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to take my leave of you, so if you want to join me to leave or stay here, that's entirely up to you. If you're coming with me, feet flat onto the mat, we roll over. We use the hands to push us up, and then we come back into a seated position. So thank you very much for joining Dot and I. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. I would ask all of you, if you want to be more flexible, that you sit on the floor as much as you can. Chairs are your enemy and not your friend, so please sit on the floor as much as you can. So namaste from me and namaste from Dot. Thank you, Dot. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye.